YouTube, welcome back to a Better Tech LLC. Today we're going to be talking about malware. Malware attacks were responsible for some very hard-hitting cyber attacks in 2020. But what exactly is malware? Malware is short for malicious software and is a term used to describe any software that's designed to disrupt, damage, or gain unauthorized access to your device in order to inflict harm to data or to people. Additionally, there are several types of malware, each one with different purposes and different methods of destruction. But first, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit that bell icon to get notified when we post a new video. Let's talk about worms. In technology, worms are malicious programs that make copies of themselves again and again on the local or network drive, and the only purpose of a worm is to reproduce itself over and over again. It doesn't harm any data or file on the computer, and unlike other types of malware, it does not need to attach itself to an existing program. Worms spread by exploiting vulnerabilities in operating systems. Due to its replication nature, it takes a lot of space on the hard drive and consumes more CPU usage, which in turn makes the PC too slow and also consumes more network bandwidth. Worms spread quickly, and if it infects one machine on a network, it'll infect all the others on the network using the same security hole that it used to access the original machine. The most famous worm is the I love you worm, which was an email sent out masquerading as your secret admirer professing their love for you in the attached love letter. Upon opening the attached love letter, however, it would send the same email to everyone in your contact list. And when they opened the attachment, it would send it to everyone in their contact list, and so on and so on. While this one is no longer really used anymore, there are plenty more out there that are alive and well. Next up, we have spyware. Spyware is a type of program that is installed with or without your permission on your personal computers or mobile device to collect information about the users, their system, or browsing habits, and it tracks each and everything you do without your knowledge and sends it to the remote user, or the person who created the software that's on there to begin with. It can also download other malicious programs from the internet and install it on the computer or mobile device without you even knowing about it. Spyware works a lot like Adware, which we'll be covering here in a minute, but it's usually a separate program that's installed unknowingly when you install another freeware type program or application. Password hijackers, mobile spyware, and keyloggers are the three most common types of spyware. However, there are several other types out there. Next up, we have Trojans. A Trojan horse is not a virus. It's a destructive program that looks and acts like a genuine application. Unlike worms, Trojans do not replicate themselves, but they can be just as destructive. Trojans also open a backdoor entry to your computer, which gives malicious users and programs access to your system, allowing confidential and personal information to be stolen. Trojan horses are broken down in classification based on how they infect the systems and the damage caused by them. There are several main types of Trojans, including remote access Trojans, data sending Trojans, destructive Trojans, proxy Trojans, FTP Trojans, security software disabler Trojans, and denial of service or DOS attack Trojans. Next up, we have Adware. Adware is normally a software application in which advertising banners are displayed while any program is running, aka annoying pop-ups. Adware can automatically get downloaded to your system while browsing any website and can be viewed through pop-up windows or through a bar that appears on a computer screen automatically. Adware is used by companies for marketing purposes. Signs you have Adware include an unexpected change in your web browser's homepage, web pages that you visit not displaying correctly, being overwhelmed by pop-up ads, sometimes even if you're not browsing the internet. Slow device performance, device crashing, reduced internet speeds, redirected internet searches, and random appearance of a new toolbar or browser add-on. According to CISA.gov, ransomware is an ever-evolving form of malware designed to encrypt files on a device, rendering any files in the system that rely on them unusable. Malicious actors then demand ransom in exchange for decryption. Ransomware actors often target and threaten to sell or leak exfiltrated data or authentication information if the ransom is not paid. In recent years, ransomware incidents have become increasingly prevalent among the nation's state, local, tribal, and territorial government entities and critical infrastructure organizations. Ransomware is nasty and has cost individuals and organizations an estimated $20 billion in 2020 and $11.5 billion in 2019. If your computer is infected with ransomware, you will see something similar to one of these screens. Immediately disconnect your computer from the network so that no other devices are exposed, and contact your local FBI field office to request assistance or submit a tip online. You can also file a report with the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center. The U.S. Department of Treasury warns that paying the ransomware fine is now illegal as of October 5th, 2020. So the best way to ensure that you stay safe from ransomware is to frequently back up your computer or use a backup service such as Carbonite that backs up your computer continuously. If you are affected by ransomware, you can back up to a previous version before your computer was affected. But if you do not have your computer backed up, you will need to factory reset your computer and will lose all of your data. Misleading applications misguide you about the security status of your computer and show you that your computer is infected by some malware and you have to download their tool to remove the threat. As you download the tool, it shows some threats in your computer, and to remove it, you have to buy the product, for which it asks for some personal information like credit card information, etc., which is dangerous because they'll steal that information and then proceed to make unauthorized charges with your account. The best thing to do if you see misleading applications is to check your control panel for anything that's been installed recently that you don't recognize. And if it looks a little weird, Google it, see if it pops up as like, yep, this is a known malicious application. If it is, go ahead and uninstall it, reboot your computer, and you should be good to go. Now, we've talked a lot about a lot of scary things today, but with all of that going on, how can you stay safe? An antivirus is your first and best defense against all of these things. If your computer is a Windows computer, it has Windows Defender built straight into the operating system for security. But most malicious software is written specifically to circumvent or avoid Windows Defender detection. There are several antivirus solutions out there, some of which are listed here, that will keep your computer safe and prevent malicious software from being downloaded and installed. An antivirus will scan files and directories for any malware or known malicious patterns. It will run scans automatically for you or run scans on a set schedule. It will remove any malicious code that is detected and will keep your computer healthy from a virus and malware standpoint. It's important to always keep your antivirus up to date, as they are always updating their databases with new malicious code and software to keep an eye out. This has been a Better Tech LLC. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit that bell icon, and we'll see you next time.